Hello Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading. Welcome to my tarot channel. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to learn something and better yourself. And if the messages that come through do not resonate for you, please do push them aside. Assume they're going out to someone else who needs to hear it, and it might just resonate for you at a later time or date. If the energy comes out in the cards, it is available for you to manifest, I always say. Please do remember you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is, of course, optional advice, guidance, and energy check-in. And do trust your own intuition that you will be able to separate what is meant for you and what is not. That's my whole spiel. All right, we're going to do it. We're setting the intention to get Leo some clear, helpful, insightful messages. Some sightful messages. I like that. You got some splaining to do with those sightful messages. All right. So coming up in the past, you have the Queen of Cups. So this is a lovely Queen of Cups. Look how charmed and enchanted and lovely she looks. She's not holding back. She's not covering her cup. She's not closed off. She's not emotionally manipulative. Those are like the negative sides of the Queen of Cups. This is just like here. This is like living in your beauty, living in your truth. This is like knowing who you are and what you offer to any type of relationship, romantic, professional, friendship, whatever. It's just like, there's like a peace, being at peace with yourself. I love that Queen of Cups. Badass energy to start, Leo. Male or female, right? Don't read into the gender. That's not so much a thing. I don't know what to do with this, but it's like cute, so I'm going to share it. There's almost a message for those who are really in touch with spirituality, or you know your spirit guides, or your whatever you feel like is your higher power form of divination. It's like there's little cute signs they're leaving you, and it's an indication that you're on the right path, but it isn't like, you know those messages sometimes you get where you're like, oh my God, this was so powerful and meaningful. You have spirit guides or the universe leaving you like these cute little, like a little feather on your car, and you're just like, that's adorable. It's like, I see them almost like Pillsbury Doughboy, like poking you in the tummy, just like, you're so cute, and you're like, like there's just something very like sweet and innocent, and I guess very childlike, you know, that Leo, the inner child. You're getting cute messages from the universe, and again, it's not laced with significance, it's not heavy messages, it's just a reminder that like, we see you out there trying, being all beautiful and shit. Like, you're getting like an acknowledgement from the universe. Oh, this is so cute. I'm already in love with this. Okay. So recent events, Queen of Cups. So stepping into your power, knowing your value, knowing your worth. Also with Queen of Cups, it's very subdued and subtle. It's not this need to shout it from a rooftop and tell everybody how amazing you are. Like, they already know. People feel it. You walk into a room and they're like, damn, Leo. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, you have an offer coming to you because of your glow up, because of your determination to practice self-love and healthy boundaries, but also not holding back, opening up your heart and walking through the world with compassion rather than judgment or negativity. You have something coming to you. And it's a golden opportunity, baby. I just heard, 'cause I got a golden ticket. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, you guys know that one? I mean the OG version, not Timmy Chalamet, not that one. Which, no shade, I haven't seen it, but I'm talking about like Gene Wilder. I got a golden ticket. You know what I'm talking about? You guys are like, who is this girl? All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This Ace of Pentacles leads to your Ten of Pentacles. This is like the brick of a walkway you're building to like the most successful path ever, or live, and that's going to look different for all of you, right? That doesn't have to mean like money, but like, yeah, this is an opportunity that's going to lead to a long-term commitment of something that you will enjoy because it's in alignment with you practicing self-love. When you step up and say things like, you know, I deserve this, the universe is like, yeah, you do. Let me double down on that. Let me go ahead and underscore that and reinforce it for you in a really tangible, cool way. Oh my God, Leo. Hells yeah. All right, emotionally, where is Leo emotionally right now? That came right out. Commitment to a Virgo? Oh, I meant to say, Leo, you came out really strongly in the end of the Taurus reading. So in the off chance that you're dealing with one or working with one or whatever, you seem to come through as like the guiding light in a Taurus reading. So maybe you're married to one. I don't know, whatever. Now here, we do have Taurus energy as well as Virgo energy. So emotionally, you may have some options in terms of who you're wanting to collaborate with. And it is coming up emotionally, but it doesn't have to be romantic love. It is ultimately tapping into what is going to be the most fulfilling and emotionally satisfying. And for some of you, if this is work related, it's like, do I want to be part of the team or do I want to go rogue and solo? And maybe it's both. Maybe you're signing a new contract or committing to a long-term job or term, I'm hearing term, lease, agreement, anything, where it's like, will I still have my own sense of independence and autonomy? Can I still have my own individual space, creative freedom in collaboration with this? Or am I questioning, maybe I'm at the point where I'm looking to branch off and go solo versus constantly being part of the greater team? And maybe you can do both, but for some of you work-wise, you might be kind of stuck contemplating like what's going to feel the most fulfilling, like having total creative freedom, but then am I going to miss the partnership, and am I going to miss my friends, the collaboration, and I'm not saying you're going to be completely solo. You'll probably have clients or this or that, but some of you are questioning like, what am I putting my time and energy into, and emotionally, how is that making me feel? Some of you are absolutely warming up to the idea of a long-term commitment with someone. And again, work professional stuff, sure, it could also definitely be romantic. Some of you have a lot of love in your heart for a Taurus or a Virgo. The Virgo always shines his lamp, quote unquote lamp, on where there is wisdom to be gained. So for here, it's talking about having faith. You're going to have a lot of wisdom when you tap into that spirituality. Like, you are receiving messages right now. Like, you are in a good space and environment to be in that spiritual energy. So do that. Do more of that. If you're meditating every day or doing yoga or channeling or doing tarot cards or whatever it is that you do, the messages are coming in and like they're really aligning you to like, I don't even want to say a better place because you already seem to be really vibing here, but it's like they're matching that energy. So the more you continue to practice good self-love and again, just like spirituality and breathing and taking it a day at a time, earth energy, being present, staying grounded, the doors start to open up for you. And the Hierophant always has the keys near him. It's like the keys to heaven, the keys to the pearly gates, whatever you want to say. So that's what I mean. There could be an upgrade in terms of your ability to communicate with spirit of any way or any kind. What was I saying? Something about the Hierophant? I don't know. Some of you are going to be teachers. Some of you are going to be mentors. Some of you are going to utilize more religion, faith, spirituality in your everyday work. Even if that's not what you do professionally, it's still playing a huge role in your day-to-day work because it helps you feel more emotionally satisfied and in tune with things, leaning into your own intuition. And some of you may be contemplating marriage. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. The Hierophant is the one who marries people, especially if you and your partner come from very different upbringings or backgrounds, culturally, religiously, politically, ethnically. I don't know. There's like I don't know why I'm just getting, there's a really cool collaboration of people who bring very different stories together and like make magic together. You inspire each other with a different perspective, with your own kind of wisdom and your own tools and your own talents. And like you come together and like this little lantern, it becomes like the star in the sky. It's leading to a greater purpose and a really great, beautiful collaboration. Something about a beard or facial hair it might be important here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Something that stands out though, like I'm not just saying that like, whatever, like there's something specific about this person, or I don't know, maybe like when you met them, they had a full on beard and then you went on a first date and they were completely clean shaven. You're like, wait a minute, who are you? There was some significant thing about like facial hair there. Anyway. All right. So then, what is Leo's, plans, ambitions, game plan? What's going on in the mental sector? For Leo, what are they thinking? I just heard like you're emotionally warming up to someone who could be a kick-ass collaborator with you. Stop it. So cute. Some of you are thinking about babies. Some of you are thinking about children. Some of you are thinking about legacy. Some of you may be thinking about incorporating I think this has to do with your own unique vision. There's a very strong energy here of like anything that I come into or partner into, I have to have the ability to express my voice and not be held back or told no or pigeonholed, being pigeonholed into something that it's like, I don't know, it's like you don't want to be forced into doing something that you're not, that isn't in alignment with your truth, because when you are in your truth, it feels so incredible and dynamic that there's this need for you to feel like there is ultimate freedom in whatever collaboration and partnership you sign up to. You don't want to be held back. So if this isn't business related, it does have to do with marriage or getting into some sort of official partnership, like we're committed to each other or we're moving into each other, like bringing it to the next level of commitment. I'll say that with the Hierophant. there could be a little bit of hesitation on your part and like a little bit of emotional triggers. Like, am I really ready to settle into something for the long term? Because it seems like that's the energy that's kind of showing here. I think you're loyal to this person and vice versa, but it's like, I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to lose my freedom or something. It probably has to do with past trauma of feeling like when you get connected with people, they start to take your shine. They start to take your voice away. They start to take your privileges away. And again, that almost sounds like mommy daddy issues, right? Which everybody has. I don't say that in a condescending way, but I think there's this worry or this fear of like, when I get into partnerships, sometimes I don't feel seen, or, it just becomes so ho-hum and I'm just like you want to feel special. You want to feel special in this, and it's almost like you want to stay in that honeymoon phase of whatever it is you're doing, because it's like you're trying to keep your vibe high. And I don't think you want people to diminish your light or put you in the shadows when you're meant to shine. It's like you need to make sure that you're holding the mic and that you don't have to let go of it a little bit. And I think that's a positive message. I don't see it coming from an egotistical, like stubborn, I guess you could argue, but stubborn in the right kind of way, where it's like, I think you're recognizing your value and your worth, and you're not letting other people tell you like, no, you can't do that, or you don't have that, or you're not good enough, because you probably spent maybe a significant amount of your life, whatever, being told the opposite, that, like, dim your light, like it's not appropriate. And you're like, it is though. Like, I've earned this, I'm appropriate. The number 19 is significant for some of you. You're going to start seeing that on like numerology, license plates, receipts, mailboxes. When you see 19, it's your energy. It's the sun. It's the Leo energy coming through. Some of you are also thinking, a random message, some of you are also thinking about getting a dog or a second dog for some of you. Animal therapy is very important. Yeah, some of you are thinking about kids and starting a family. And again, if that's the case, it's not fear, but it's just sort of this mental processing of like, if I have a kid, am I still going to be able to tend to my own needs? And for some of you, there's an absolute, undeniable need to be creative and have projects and to be playful and play games and shine your light despite having a kid. And I think some of you, you're kind of in this like, oh my gosh, like, does that make me a bad person for still wanting to do this while being a mom or a dad? No, of course not. It makes you self-aware. So what you need to leave behind, possibly a Cancer. Some of you are also a mentality too that everything or nothing comes to me without a fight or a struggle. That expression like begets like. If you go into everything with a mindset of like, it's going to be a lot of work, we got to roll up our sleeves, blood, sweat, and tears, the anticipation of hard work sometimes can manifest just that. So I think it's a kind of rerouting your mind to understand it's like things come easily and effortless to me when I'm just me, when I just shine my light and do me. And again, go into the world with harmony, with balance, with compassion, with nothing but love, like radiating nothing but love and good vibes. You're going to get that back. And sometimes opportunities actually do fall into your lap. I'm not saying all the time, but here's an example right here. Something wasn't a super struggle to get to. You're being rewarded for stepping up your own game. And yeah, for some of you, there's just like this, me against the world, everything is a struggle, nothing good happens to me. You're being asked to release that. I like the Chariot card, don't get me wrong, it's a victory, but there's something about you equating victory and winning with having to tear down the people around you, or that actually doesn't feel right, but I said it, so for maybe one or two of you. Maybe you've worked with people in the past who've been very catty and competitive, and again, like pitting... Is that the right word? Pitting people against each other. You don't have time for that. So if you even have the slightest inclination that you're getting involved in a team where there is a little bit of, yes, competition is fine. I think Leo thrives in competition, but like catty, petty competition, we don't have time for that anymore. Like I'm sort of getting this reference to Grease, like the guy that John Travolta has to go up against. Like they're slimy. Like they have to race cars, and then there's, cha-cha and all that. You know what I'm talking about? You guys have seen the movie Grease. There's just kind of like this slimy, like, yeah, Thunder Road, I'm gonna beat your ass, and you're like, ew, what? No. Like, can we collab? Can we like love each other and support each other and tell each other how good we're doing? And I mean that especially, well, and in terms of any partnership, but especially with work stuff. I think you guys tend to get excited about competition because it like, especially like sales or something, it grants you the freedom to like, the work you put in is up to you. There is no cap or limit put on how much you want to work at this. But that can sometimes turn you into a workaholic, right? Especially if you're being driven too much by money, if you have dollar signs in your eyes, like you're going to be running on that treadmill chasing money forever. But that's not always healthy. I think you have to commit to realistic expectations and realistic Boundaries with Virgo energy. It's like 9 to 5, sure, kick ass and kill it, but also make time for yourself, make time for your spirituality, make time for your love life, make time for your kids, make time for your family, whatever is important to you. I'm not saying you need to do all those things. I'm saying you need to do what your heart is telling you. But yeah, equating the idea of like, to reap beautiful rewards, I have to break my back to do things. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a weird way of manifesting. And the thing is, I think a lot of you are starting to be illuminated to that idea. I think maybe some of you just needed the reminder. Some of you are dealing with a Cancer who's kind of manipulative and pushing you into a corner, asking you for an answer to a question that you just don't have, or you're not ready to answer it. And so that in itself is a message as well. What's holding you back? Feeling obligated to a Cancerian or to a mother. If it's not a Cancerian, I mean the zodiac sign, right? There could be a mother who's very like us against the world. And I almost get this idea of a mother who leans on you for emotional, mental support. There might be an interesting parent-child dynamic there where you are actually more of a parent to your own mother than she was to you. And I'm saying that because of this card, right? That's not going to be everybody's storyline, but for some of you, there could be a healthy boundaries being drawn with a mother figure so that you're not feeling manipulated or controlled by that anymore. Like, no, you're the child. You're allowed to go live your life and be free. Something about the expectation of carrying on the family name or the legacy or going into that business, you're just like, I don't think I want to commit myself to that. And again, like with the Queen of Cups, it's not an angry, revengeful energy. It's just kind of like a knowing and a peaceful, like, no, thank you. Like, that's not for me. And without any further kind of explanation. There's just kind of like a, no, thank you. And for some of you, that's been a long time coming. For some of you, it's taken you 20 years to be able to say no thank you to like a family member. All right, so what's going to help Leo move forward? That's kind of peeking out. Anything? What's going to help Leo find their willpower? What will help move them forward? Action, plans to take, what they need to embrace. That fell right out. Love it. The Five of Wands. Interesting. Yeah, choose your battles wisely. Is it worth picking a fight with that person? Is it worth competing with someone who has kind of this savage out to get everybody thing? I think you're just there's a lovely letting go of something that you used to really fight for, but it kind of stimulated the shadow side of you, or the qualities about yourself that you weren't really loving. Being around a certain group of people or a certain person, it was like this agitating, nagging, I don't know, like it brought something out of you that I think, here's the thing, it was absolutely necessary because we needed to acknowledge that did exist inside of you, and that doesn't make you a bad person. Again, this energy says it's the light and the dark. The other one can't exist without the other. We have both within us, and it's about owning it. That being said, now that you're aware that that's in there, it's about soothing that and not aggravating it. It's about acknowledging that, yes, maybe there is a little bit of jealousy in my heart, or maybe there is a little bit of anger or resentment or whatever. And it's okay that it got triggered because it allowed me to see it. It allowed me to shine light on it. But ultimately, because I know that gets triggered when I hang out with this person or do that thing, I'm gonna do that work more energetically, internally for myself, and not let it be stimulated by other people where I don't feel like I'm in control of it anymore and it gets the better of me. Healthy boundaries, separating yourself from, again, like a pack of wolves. They're hungry, they're bloodthirsty, they're out to get you. Energy vampires, savage energy. I don't know who that is, Leo, but it's like, no, that is not for me anymore. And like, I see you as this one in the background. I don't know if you can see their faces, but like, this is you. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm getting out of here. Like, I am not engaging. I am not taking the bait. I know they're saying that thing to get a reaction out of me, and you're like, I'm just trying to play fetch, dude. Like, I'm just trying to play fetch, dude. That's what I'm going to call your video. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's like, no, that's not for me anymore. Like, your soul tribe has made themselves known, and you're being drawn to that anyway. They're being drawn to you. This is like negative. This is just, get away from that. And you know that. It's just, you need to embrace it and hold yourself accountable for setting healthy boundaries and sticking to them. Not letting people play into, I'm getting like emotional guilt trips. Yeah, like emotional manipulation and guilt tripping you into like helping with something. You're like, this isn't healthy for me. Like my nervous system is dysregulated when I'm with you, and when that, and like it's, it is about working through it, but I think you need to be able to work through it individually before you start being in that energy that stimulates it and it's out of control. Like it's like danger, like your internal system is just like, oh my God, we need to get out of here. Like, yeah, those people are not your mainstays. What else for action advice guidance? I think it's like, don't be afraid of competition too. But again, healthy competition, this does not look healthy to me. Again, it looks like rat race, people out to get each other, one-upping each other, pulling the carpet out from underneath. Like it's choosing battles wisely is definitely a message there. And then 3 of Wands, know that good things take time to come to you. Miracles rarely happen overnight. You already have some sort of offer coming to you where it's saying, you might be in it for the long haul. Are you ready to commit to this? Because it's going to be lovely, but you have to tell the universe how you want to go about this situation. If you want the Cinderella story, overnight success, is that realistic? Are you able to do that? Are you going to burn out too quick? I think this is about, again, fixed energy, Leo, maintaining. It's about committing to something and maintaining, but not overdoing it. Not falling into workaholic, not falling into, oh, this is taking too long, I'm bored, I need to be stimulated. I think there's a healthy balance. And sometimes the 3 of Wands comes out, and I'm kind of obsessed with saying this, but it feels like the movie Annie, which is my name, right? So I've seen it 1,000 times. Like the sun will come out tomorrow. There's always going to be days where it feels like you lost the fight, but that's a day. That's a time period. There's a definitive end to that day. And this is just like maintaining that hope. This is like your ships are coming in. Things are getting real good. Like we're turning up the heat on you being excited about this life again. And it's like the sun will come out tomorrow. It's about having faith and hope, and bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Okay, stop. I had to. I couldn't help it. The sun will come out tomorrow. And it always does, right? Like it's just a day. Don't let a bad experience or a bad person or a bad situation hold you back. And here's the thing, like sometimes we don't have the option to be like, I don't want to hang out with this person anymore, but we do have the option to control how we react to what they do and what they say, right? Maybe some of you are trying to get out of a job or a field where you're working with someone who's just savage and you don't want to be with them, and maybe they're assigned to your team. Like maybe you have no choice. But again, this is like breathing through it and energetically knowing like, good things are coming to me, so like let's not self-sabotage and hop, like let's not mimic their energy, because that's what the status quo is at this job. It's like, I'm better than that, I'm above this. So even if I feel like the outsider, even if I don't want to play those games, like I'm okay with me, I'm chill being who I am, because like I have good values. I know my own moral code and what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to like stoop down into. It's like good things are coming to me, I just have to be patient. So really, Leo, I don't think you have to do too much in terms of like major shakeups and changes. There's an acknowledgement that there's something in your life that isn't ideal right now, but these people are going to tire themselves out. It's like a losing game for them. So like you're right to like deviate from that path or to distance yourself from it, because you have something much bigger coming to you. I'm hearing it's only a matter of time. All right, so hopes and desires for Leo in this. What are their hopes and dreams, their desires, their long-term goals? What are they hoping to get out of this scenario for Leo? Strength, coming back into your power. I mean, you already are in a sense, but feeling elated, feeling high vibe, and letting go of control issues and allowing, it has to do too with like allowing difficult situations to come through your life and just pass right through you. Again, it's not about controlling your environment, and you can't always control who you hang out with, right? We've already said this, but it's like how you react to it is going to make a world of difference in your mental health. Sometimes releasing is the best option. If something is meant to be yours, it will come to you in a transformed way. But trying to hold on to something for dear life, it's poverty mindset. It's lack mentality. Sometimes there's like a releasing, I'm making space for what's meant to be mine, and then look, it comes. It fell right in my lap, you know? Some of you may be collaborating or connecting with another Leo. Some of you have a spirit guide, a grandmother, a mother, whoever who's a Leo as well. And it's like fierce. You got fierce energy in a good way. I mean like, unstoppable energy. And then the outcome for Leo here. Again, possibly something with children or pets. It maybe in your list of goals or hopes or priorities, something regarding your child or having children or... I also think too, there's a message here of I want to do it differently. It's almost like breaking generational curses or breaking generational ancestry bloodline things. It's like I want to be the difference. I want to do it differently than my parents did, and maybe they did the best they could. It's not, again, it's not about resentment or grudges. It's about a understanding, like a higher purpose, where you may be meant to break the quote unquote generational curse. Like, I'm not going to raise my child in an environment with abuse, or I'm not going to raise my child in an environment with, alcoholism or an absentee parent. It's like, I'm going to do it differently. Like, I'm going to bust my butt to make my vision a reality, because it's coming from a place of love, and like love and wholeness and compassion. Those are like your guiding principles. Some of you are going to rescue an animal. I don't know if you're going to like see it on the road, or you're adopting an animal. It's like there's something to do with a rescuing or helping foster animals, helping animals find homes. What is the outcome? Oh, I see a 10. A 10 of what? A 10 of swords. Yeah. Taurus got this as well too. It's funny. Like, there are some similarities to the Taurus reading. The 10 of swords, we don't need to be scared of it. We absolutely don't. It looks like such a harsh energy, and I guess it is. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it's a very necessary energy, because this is Sun in Gemini, right? Sun is the revelation of true information, like Gemini, the facts, the ideas, right? Some sort of epiphany. The sun is dawning and you're starting to see things clearly because it's written on the wall. We can't deny it. We can't ignore the elephant in the room. Something has been made clear. Information has come to you where it's like, well, this changes things. This has changed me as a person. Learning this thing, hearing this thing, having them say that thing or confront me, this has changed the course of my destiny. And really, that's what it is. It's a 10. This is major. I always say this is not something that happens overnight. This is not a tower card where you're like, oh my God, I didn't see that coming. Absolutely not. This is like all the signs were there, and it's been building up to this point. And sometimes there's a wanting to dismiss it or not acknowledge what's going on because it hurts, right? There's something about this where it's like our expectation isn't matching the reality. There's contradictory information or miscommunications going on. And it's like, well, this is uncomfortable. I just don't want to deal with it. And so when you don't deal with it, this card comes out, and really it's a gift from the universe saying you've changed. Like, you're not the same person. So why are you catering to this or doing that or accepting being treated like this? So I do kind of think the 10 of swords is like a rock star card, but it's not always the easiest to go through. But it's like information that has been presented to you. You can no longer stay at the status quo. You can no longer keep living the same life or trajectory or path or course that you've been on, because something has changed. Something has changed the game entirely. And really, internally, you've changed your mind about something, and you don't need to feel like the guilt or the shame of telling people, I thought I was this, but you know what? I'm that. Or, I've been at this job for 10 years, and you know what? It's not doing it for me anymore. And so, like, it's been a long time coming. This is not a shock. If you're still in this reading and it's truly your reading, you know what this is. It's time to change, boo. You got to. And it's a sun card, right? So the sun has to do with our ego. So sometimes there's a blow to the ego. What I thought I wanted isn't what I'm getting. But also it has to do with our growth. There's like a shedding of the snake skin here. And really, ultimately, the sun, it's a card of our identity. Who we are has been changed. We've been changed as a person because of situations, event, people, conversations. And so, like, we can't deny it anymore. We can't resist it. We can't hold back on our destiny anymore. Something has changed, and, like, we have to pick ourselves up and go at it. But you're going at it a changed person, so know this, you're not going to get the same results anymore. It is going to change. And, like, can I just tell you to reinforce, like, the results are going to be a lot better, but you need to be in this space of, again, accepting the ultimate truths of life, of people, of whatever you've been through. And like, there is such a grace. There's like beauty and forgiveness. Again, not necessarily, what is the expression? It's not about, oh, Annie, find your words. What is it? I'm going to find it. Give me a second. It's not justifying what was done to you. There's an acceptance that you don't have to let it hold you back anymore. You don't have to fall into victimhood. You can be the survivor and the person who changes their life around. Compassion. Compassion is a huge word here for you, Leo. And the Emperor. Yeah, look, had you not gone through whatever this is, you wouldn't be the badass rock star that you are today. And you are today, presently, even at where you're at, knowing that you don't really know what you want, or, you're in between, or you're at a crossroads, or you don't have everything you want. You're still a rock star. You're still a badass. And that's only going to get bigger and brighter. Like, you're stepping into Emperor mode. Some of you are becoming leaders and bosses. And again, healthy amount of control, knowing that the only thing in person you really control is you. So go at it like that. Some of you are getting out of a controlling environment, especially work related. I'm just getting like work stuff. All right, for Leo, what is a oracle card that would help them move forward? Something they need to hear, something that would be underscored for Leo. You do have Leo, tons of Leo energy. You have tons of Cancerian energy, both the positive and the negative. This could also be water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You also have Emperor energy, which is Aries, Virgo, Taurus. Like, you got a lot of signs showing up here for those who are interested in that. So many signs, all the signs. Not a lot of air signs, though, which is interesting. I think this is about leaning more into faith and spirituality and intuition than it is logic. Because something about this, it doesn't totally seem logical. You don't have all the information and details yet. That doesn't mean it's not coming, but it's going off of like that Leo fire, that fire in your belly, that gut instinct, that feeling inspired to go this way. Don't question it, because that's you. That's Leo energy. Like, keep the fire alive. Strength. Stop it. Stop it. I love it. I love it. I think that's supposed to be a lion cub. Like, no, it definitely is, but it also kind of looks like a tiger to me. So maybe for some of you that's significant. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. But specifically the tiger. Maybe year of the tiger. Did I say that in another reading? I think I did. Something about tigers might be significant. That could be the name of your pet, your cat. I don't know. What am I looking for here? Okay, I need to focus. Strength. Okay. Because you're a sensitive nature, you've been misunderstood and have been perceived as weak. I'm sorry, because of your sensitive nature, you've been misunderstood and have been perceived as weak. It's time to release the roaring lion within. Stop it. And let others know you mean business. Robustness is required as you step into your responsibilities and reclaim your power. Rapid growth accompanies you as you deal with emotional or mental issues. So draw strength from that knowledge in order to heal and become strong again. Take heed of signs to up your physical activity to build the fortitude and resilience you need to withstand any pressures you're facing. Strength will pull you through when faced with your greatest weakness. All right, Leos, that's what I got for you. Thanks for joining me here today. Please do like the video, guys. That really does help my channel gain traction. Leave a fun comment. Show some love in the comment section if you are able and willing to do so. You're welcome to book a personal reading with me if you want something catered to your specific personal energy. There's information on how to do that below in the box. Other than that, thank you for showing up to this reading. Thank you for supporting me and my channel, and I will see you soon for more tarot.